We are headed basically east on MM Highway. We're in Webster County, Missouri, outside of the town of Marshfield. We're coming up on a 10-acre property on Goat Road. We're about, I don't know, a little less than 20 minutes out of Marshfield and less than about 10 minutes out of Niangua, Missouri. I believe this property would have a Niangua mailing address. And we'll be turning onto Goat Road in just about 20 seconds here. M Highway takes a curve to the right, and we will actually go straight onto a gravel road, and this is Goat Road. We'll go about half a mile and we'll see the property on the left-hand side of the road, on the west side of the road. So like I said, we're about 20 minutes out of Niangua, which is a larger city here in the Ozarks. 20 minutes out of Marshfield, which is a larger city here in the Ozarks. We're about 10 minutes out of Niangua, which is just a small town. We're not that far from Grove Spring in the other direction. And Niangua and Grove Spring are smaller towns, a couple gas stations, convenience store or two. Your major shopping would probably be in Marshfield, which is a larger city. And of course Springfield is maybe about an hour from here, roughly. And Springfield has absolutely everything that you need. But Marshfield, you'll find, has just about everything as well. Really peaceful area. We passed just a couple houses on the way. The 10 acres has a mobile home on it. It has a detached garage. And we're getting close to it now. We'll go down this little hill. The property is on the left. Starting right about now. You can already see the mature timber on the property. And that's the driveway on the left. The property, like I said, is about 10 acres. It's rectangular. It's pretty standard 10-acre property. It's about 330 feet north to south, so about 330 feet of frontage on Goat Road. And it goes back to the west about a quarter mile, or about 1,320 feet, which puts it at 10 acres. That, I believe, would be a little school bus shelter. So if the kids are out waiting for the bus in the rain, they don't get wet. You'll see some various fencing on the property. If someone had animals at some point, we'll pull up this driveway. You can see a lot of mature timber already just pulling onto the property. Some nice, pretty oak trees, good sized timber. So this would be a good time in the video to reiterate that the timber can't be cut or sold until the property has been paid for in full. Then you're free to do what you like. But until then, you can't cut or sell these commercial oak trees. There you can see the house. So if you are interested in privacy, this is a peaceful area, and the house is set back several hundred feet from the road, so this is really a private setting. You can see it has a nice covered front porch. There's the detached garage. kind of a circular driveway. It loops around and then feeds back into itself. As we walk to the south side of the yard, you can see pretty plainly the barbed wire fence here. And that's going to be the south side of the property. I have no idea if the whole property is fenced. There's obviously a fence here on the south side. So if we look to the north line will be about 330 feet from where we're standing. Now, everything that we'll see today on this video will be about all I have seen of this property. I was out here once before when we bought it. It was a couple months ago. There was a renter in the property. After we purchased the property, we asked them if they could find another place to live, and they said that's fine. They had been in the property for, I think she said 5 years or 8 years. So I can confidently say that the house should be livable, but with that, we can't warranty anything about it. All I can tell you is that within about the last month, there was a family living in here quite happily. There's the 2-car garage. Structurally, it looks like it's seen better days. You can see a piece of the outside paneling has come loose, and I can see a bow in the roof, a dip in the roof. The carport looks great. That does have a concrete floor and does have electric in there. As we go back to the west, you'll get more timber. I believe it changes from oak to cedar trees. If you look back about 100 feet, you'll see a pile. That's a burn pile, basically. Pretty common on a rural property to have a trash pile or a burn pile out back. I really haven't walked the 10 acres, so you can look at the aerial. Like I said, it's a mix of oak and, from what I could tell on the aerial, cedar trees as you go back to the west. Probably some more oak as well. That, I would guess, is the pump house. This does have a drilled well, which seems to function properly. It's the back side of the garage. And here's a hydrant. Let's give that a try. Good water pressure. Good water pressure right there. That looks like maybe a little chicken coop. I'm not sure about that. And we've got some more fencing. Some pretty good fence. They clearly had animals at some point here. We'll walk around the trailer as well in a moment, but we might as well go inside and have a look around. It's a 90s model trailer. I don't know the exact year. I don't have the paperwork in front of me. The roof looks pretty solid. There's some skirting that needs to be repaired right there. Possibly other places as well. I'll go through and I'll just keep this running. The video might get a little lengthy, so I'll apologize for that, but I'll try to get everything I can into the video. There's a window air unit right there. I'll shut that off. Now, the guys told me that this place does have central air. It's, I guess you'd say, plumbed for it in the furnace, and then it has the condenser or whatnot out back. Apparently that probably doesn't function or needs to be fixed because the tenants were using this window air unit right here. So the central air, if you want to use that, count on having to have it fixed. Otherwise, this is a fairly large unit. I'm assuming it would heat this place pretty well. All right, on to the fun stuff. There's the kitchen. Nice open plan kitchen. This place has a vaulted ceiling, which is pretty cool. Makes it feel spacious. So the living room here, the kitchen, the stove. The guys said the heating element is broken inside, and yeah, it is. I don't know if the burners work. Let's see. I don't even know if the circuit breaker's on for this because the burner's not heating up. I don't know if the breaker's on. But we've got the kitchen. There's a bad spot in the linoleum. What some people do is cut a section from under the fridge to fix a spot like that, or put a rug there. Or to put all new linoleum in the kitchen would only be a couple $100. It's not a huge area. But the cabinets seem to be usable. We've got this bay window here, which adds even a little more space. Various cabinets, fridge. Seems to be working. It's got an island right in the middle here, which is cool. Living room. We'll go down the hallway. I don't even know how many bedrooms this pretty little home has, but we'll find out. Here's a bedroom here. There's a square hole in the carpet here. I don't know if that was for a heat return or what that is. Closet. Okay. So the bedroom, I can't remember if I got it. I'm trying to take pictures on my phone as I go here. Okay. Okay, back down the hallway. Here's the furnace right here. I believe that's propane, although I didn't see a tank outside. So you might have to research that a little bit. This is the utility room. Well, actually, has a really good usable utility room. It's got the hookups for the washer and the dryer, so that's ready to go. There's a corner shelf unit. This is some addition. I'm not sure what this was used for. Could potentially be a bedroom, although it doesn't have a closet. Bathroom right here. Full bath. Try to get a picture of that. It's not going to show up too well though. Oh, and then the master looks pretty nice. If this is the master, then this is a 2-bedroom. Unless you count this addition, which I don't know if I would. Let's call this a 2-bedroom. It's a good size master. It actually has French doors going into the master bath, which is kind of cool. View out the master. A lot of light in here with that double window. And then as we look in the master, we have the tub, and it actually has a separate shower. And I'll mention while we're walking through that this place looks fairly clean. The renters spiffed it up, and then our guys kind of came through and did what they could. But it's not what I would call professionally cleaned. So if you want to impress your wife, you should come up here first and spend a couple days and clean it. But actually, it looks pretty good. I don't smell anything funky or see anything all that weird. A couple broken windows I can see, but I mean, this place, like I said, it was being lived in. So although, unfortunately, we cannot warranty anything other than the title to the property, it does have free and clear title, no liens or judgments, but we can't guarantee anything else about it as far as the equipment or whatnot. Clearly the well was operating. Let's double check that in the house. We got a lot of pressure. There's the fuse box right there. Water heater shut off, that's pretty normal. Furnace is off. The stove is turned off, so that's probably why that burner didn't work. The lights are on. 200 amp service, that's a good thing. Kind of a noisy fan. There we go. Let me get one more picture of this deal. You're gonna find some stuff like this, standard 1990s model home that's actually been lived in, which this has. Not a show place, but it looks pretty solid to me. You be the judge. This comes off the back, I'll call it a back porch. And we've got some steps down to a little deck area. That's just an old piece of junk that is sitting here. Here's another place where the skirting needs to be repaired. That's under that back porch. There's the air conditioner outdoor unit. I can see some Dish Network deals. It looks like they also have this antenna rigged up for the free TV, which is a good thing, I think. Here we got a couple gates that look like they go into separate fenced areas. So with the little work, this place be a nice little mini farm. I really like this yard. I love this private yard. And that front porch, although I don't know if I'd call it the prettiest porch in the entire universe, it's solid, it's big, you got a lot of shade there. That's a good porch. Looking down the private driveway. It just occurred to me, I have no idea where the septic system is. I could not tell you if it's a standard septic or if it's a lagoon. I know it wouldn't be city sewer out here. Obviously the waste goes somewhere because the house has been here for quite a while and it's been lived in, but I don't know if it's a lagoon or a concrete septic. There are no restrictions here. Lagoons are perfectly fine. I'm just walking down here to try to make an educated guess, looking at the slope of the land. You'll have to do your own exploration on that. But the toilets flush properly. We have, like I said, no indication of any major problems. It could use a paint job on the outside. That was the biggest thing, and the guys were going to do it, but another project popped up. Someone needs to spend half a day and fix this skirting. and then a couple days and give it a paint job, and this place would be a great looking place, I believe. Just a great setup with the yard, the mature timber. You drive up through those mature oaks to get here. You can be out here, you have some neighbors, you know, within half a mile or so. Good to have some type of neighbors, but there's no one right next to the property. So if you're into privacy, this is great. Close to Marshfield. You can shoot into Springfield and back. You know, still have your whole day out here to mess around. So this is a good one. Like I said, it's been lived in. It needs obviously some minor repairs. We reflected that in the price. The price would be quite a bit higher if we spent another couple weeks out here and made everything perfect. So it's not perfect, but come on up and take a look. Ask any questions you have. We'll be happy to answer them as best we can. And we'll try to get someone into this property. Very rare that we get anything like this. So if you've been looking for something like this, don't count on us having another one next week or next month. We just kind of fell into this deal and things clicked for us, and we're happy to give someone a chance to get in here. So that's the 10 acres on Goat Road outside of Marshfield, Missouri.